What's up, you guys? After Show Reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is Season 4, Episode 20. This is the Season 4 finale. What this means is next week there will be no Gateverse, no Stargate, nothing. But then the week after that, we will start with, wow, okay, the week after that is Stargate Atlantis, Season 5, Episode 1, and then the Stargate movie Continuum. So, that's gonna be a big week. Yeah, so I hope you guys are excited. Yeah, let's just get into it.
So how'd it go, sir?
Jedi contact didn't show up.
Can't say I'm surprised.
What do you say, Major? The Jedi can't be trusted?
Well, they did try and kill you and Dr. McKay along with that little girl.
True. And normally that's the kind of thing I'd take personally. But Layton claims he didn't order the hit. He's trying to get on our good side.
Do you really think they know anything about where Michael took Taylor?
No, they got solid intel, and we're following up every lead, no matter how thin.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stay behind for a few hours. Tell me if he shows up.
Will do.
Find him, Major.
Yes, sir.
Turn up the heat. Hello? This is a surprise party. It's not my birthday.
But it was mine a couple days ago, so if you want to have a surprise party for me, cool. Just saying. Oh! Wow. It took me, whoa, okay, it took me way too long to realize that wasn't the ocean. His face. Okay. We've teleported to Abydos.
Sheppard, anyone on this frequency?
Sheppard, is that really you?
McKay.
I can't believe it. It actually worked.
What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here?
Where are you?
I'm in the control room. It's deserted.
Is there any power?
No, everything's dead. And oh yeah, did I tell you the ocean's gone?
Sorry, what?
The big blue thing out the window, it's gone. It's a desert, and it's about 120 degrees in here.
Oh, geez, the planet must have undergone some serious climate changes.
If you don't start giving me some answers pretty soon here.
Okay, look, I understand this is hard for you. Just do me a favor and go to the hologram room.
All right, I'm here.
Well, activate the hologram projector.
Hey there.
Honey, it's good to see you again.
Hologram.
No. Of course. I've tapped into the city's internal sensors, so I've got eyes and ears, so to speak. You look good.
You look, different.
That's because you remember me the way I was.
What, you mean earlier today?
It's funny, you know? I spent the last 25 years of my life trying to figure out how to make this work. I never once thought what I was going to say to you when you got here.
You can start by telling me, what the hell's going on here?
Right. Okay, remember that mission report? SG-1 stepped through the gate. Their wormhole accidentally intersected with a solar flare, and they were sent back to 1969?
Vaguely.
Well, something similar has just happened to you.
I was sent back in time?
No. In fact, you were sent forward into the future.
How far into the future?
48,000 years, give or take?
This is a practical joke.
I'm afraid not. Freak accident. Sorry.
Tell me, I just traveled 48,000 years into the future in 10 seconds.
I know, it is kind of cool when you think about it, isn't it?
Surfing a 30-foot wave in Waimea is cool. Dating a supermodel is cool. This is not cool!
All right, calm down.
If I'm in the future, that means you're,
Dead and buried and turned to dust a long, long time ago, along with everyone you ever knew. There's no way of knowing what the state of human civilization is, whether it even still exists. I mean, we've obviously abandoned this city.
obviously.
There's not enough power for you to get back to Earth, and without a MALP, going anywhere else would be far too risky. It is entirely possible that you are the last human being alive.
You're not doing a very good job of cheering me up here.
Oh, consider yourself lucky, young man. While I was figuring out this plan, I had no way of knowing whether the city would even survive this long.
What plan?
I took advantage of some progress in hologram technology to create this simulation. I'm able to move anywhere inside the city. I'm fully interactive, and I'm designed to mimic the exact response and appearance of the great Dr. Rodney McKay.
Couldn't use anyone else, huh?
Funny. I'm linked to the city's main systems, but I have an independent core drive, which is sealed in the foundation of one of the outer buildings, along with a Mark 12 Naquita generator and a couple of other, well, key components. It's kind of like a time capsule, so to speak.
It's really nice to have company, but if what you're saying is true, what good does it do me?
No, trust me, I wouldn't go to all this trouble just so we could have a chat. No, I'm here to bring you back.
But then that would create a time paradox.
Where are we going?
Stasis chamber.
Do you know it'd be really fucked if they walked past the stasis chamber and Carson's still in there?
700, 800 years, 1,000 tops.
Whoa. That's your plan. I'm 48,000 years into the future, and you want to put me on ice for another 1,000.
Tops. We need to be precise. If I don't get you back within 2 months of the moment you left, then it'll be too late.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Things didn't exactly go well for us after your disappearance. The Air Force pronounced you KIA, gave you a very nice military funeral back on Earth. Obviously, the casket was empty, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. From there, things went from bad to worse. We kept searching for Taylor, but it took us 2 months before we finally found her in one of Michael's hideouts. By then, it was too late. She'd had the baby. I guess after that, he didn't have any use for her anymore, so he killed her. It's not your fault.
I should have been there.
And you will be. And knowing the address where we eventually found Taylor, you will be able to get there much quicker. You know, save Taylor, save the baby, change the fate of the galaxy.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
The point is the key to everything. Once Michael had that baby, he was able to complete his research and perfect the hybrids. After that, he really kicked things into gear. He stepped up his campaign of exposing human populations to the Hoffman drug. Jennifer did her best to find a way to combat the effects, with trying to lower the mortality rate, but ultimately, it was a losing battle.
Status.
Both hives are heavily damaged.
Well, then let's finish it.
He took advantage of their weakened state and their internal divisions, and in less than a year, he had the Wraith on their knees, literally.
You know, the irony is, I never asked for any of this. I was taken prisoner by the humans. Tortured, experimented on. And when I finally escaped and returned to my Wraith brothers, instead of being welcomed back, I was met with scorn. You will pay for this. You still have your pride. Good for you.
Just reminds me of that scene from Deadpool and Wolverine.
With the Wraith in disarray, Michael returned to the human populations he'd infected with the Hoffman drug. He selected the strongest and the healthiest of the survivors and converted them to hybrids. The rest he exterminated.
You think by saving Taylor we can change all this?
I know it. All I have to do is get you safely to a stasis chamber. I will reprogram the sensors. Oh, that could be a problem.
No, that's not a problem. We'll just find another way around. Rodney.
There is no other way around.
Oh, I didn't see the sand again. Oh, that's some... I'm not doing well.
Or levels.
48,000 years into the future, you still got a knack for stating the obvious. All right, what do we do?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Oh, I wasn't programmed for this variable.
You said you had 25 years to work on this plan.
Well, McKay did, and he brilliantly anticipated a lot of potential problems. It's just that, well, this wasn't one of them.
Go up 2 levels, turn right, there's an outer door, it's only a quarter of a mile across the plaza.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Not only is it extremely hot out there, but for the last half an hour, the barometric pressure has been dropping and the wind speeds have increased significantly.
Storm's coming.
A sandstorm. You ever been in one of those?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Oh, then you know what that means.
It's not like we have a lot of options here. Sounds pretty nasty out there.
The winds are gusting over 50 miles an hour and increasing. But the visibility's basically zero. You can't go out there. You're just gonna have to wait it out.
For how long?
Well, I don't know, maybe a couple of hours.
What about everyone else? I mean, you told me about Taylor, but what about the rest of them? There's no way we would have rolled over and let Michael take over the whole galaxy.
No.
Well, what happened?
The IOA and the military were reluctant to commit a lot of resources to protecting the human populations of another galaxy. But Sam wouldn't take no for an answer. Finally, they decided to give her a new ship, Phoenix. Barely off the assembly line, half the Asgard systems weren't finished, the other half weren't working. We spent the better part of a month getting her ready for combat. We worked day and night, side by side. Zelenka might have been there as well, I don't really remember. I do remember never feeling so drained in my entire life. Eventually, though, we managed to get her in working order. All right, everything checks out. Weapons, shields, long-range sensors, all in the green. She's good to go.
Great work, Rodney. And we want you, Radek, and your team to head back to Atlantis and take a couple of days off. When you're good and rested, get to work on the city's shields. Do anything you can to maximize efficiency.
Well, what about you?
I'm going to take her out. For the time being, Major Lorne is in command of Atlantis.
You need to take some time. You're as exhausted as we are.
Intel suggests that Michael's about to move against several human worlds. We have to get out there now.
Well, so let someone else go. All right.
Hey.
Good luck.
Thanks, Rodney. For everything.
I was gonna say, like, what if you said that they made out? Just because it's his memory.
A series of hit-and-run ops, real guerrilla style.
One of the hives has been neutralized.
What about the other one?
Minimal damage. They're powering weapons.
Damn it.
Should we swing around for another pass?
Forget it. Get us out of here.
For a while, it really worked. They were able to inflict considerable damage despite terrible odds. But eventually their luck ran out. Michael deliberately leaked some intel that he was about to attack a heavily populated human world. Sam thought she could get there first, but she was wrong.
Remember how we said that, like, the Asgard technology on the ship was OP?
We're boxed in.
Return fire!
We've got an overload. It's the hyperdrive.
I'm beaming you to the planet. Head to the gate as soon as you can.
What about you?
I'll be right behind you.
After she got the crew off, she must have lost the transport system. With her engines about to go critical, I guess she figured she didn't have anything to lose.
Sam wouldn't die like that. I call bullshit.
With her last breath, she took out 3 of Michael's hive ships. And we buried another empty casket. What about the storm?
It's been going on for 7 hours. For all we know, it can go on for days.
It'll be dark soon.
More reason to get going. All I gotta do is walk in a straight line.
That may not be as easy as you think.
I never said I thought it would be easy. I haven't eaten. I was hungry on my way back to Atlantis. The longer we wait, the weaker I get.
All right. Look, I can't go outside, but I can stay in contact with you over the radio. Like you said, just keep walking in a straight line. Sheppard, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
How you doing?
Never better. Rodney,
Yeah, I'm still here.
tell me about Ronan.
By this time, the galaxy was in a panic. Word was spreading that Michael's agenda was to wipe out Wraith and human alike. Ronan didn't have much trouble finding volunteers. They were just simple villagers with no military experience, but he trained them in all forms of combat. He even convinced Sam to let him have some of our equipment. Radios, explosives, P90s. It wasn't long before he had himself a pretty effective combat force. They ran a few successful ops against some of Michael's ground facilities, and then one day, they got a key piece of intel. Michael had taken over a Wraith lab and was using it to create more of his hybrid. They decided to take it out. That's when they ran into someone unexpected.
What the hell are you doing here? I suspect the same as you. Michael is using this facility to create more of his soldiers. I intend to destroy it.
By yourself?
There's something to be said for stealth over brute force.
Ronan, come in. Go ahead. One of the guards must have got a signal off because a cruiser just landed. We're about to be overrun.
As I was saying,
We have to abort.
Give me the C4. Take the men back, meet up with second squad, and then head for the gate. Signal me when you get there.
you intend to complete your mission?
You damn right.
As do I. I was going to write an elaborate program designed to slowly create a fatal error in the primary capacitor, but I doubt there'll be time for that now.
I was just gonna blow it up.
Naturally.
It's weird seeing him specifically working with Wraith.
Force habit.
Indeed. This is it. If we detonate it here, the secondary explosions will certainly take out the entire facility.
All right. You know another way out of here?
Follow me. I suggest you detonate now while we still have a chance.
Wait for my people to clear, period.
Very well.
We've reached the gate.
All right, I want you to head back now. No questions asked. Is that understood?
Understood.
Are we done? Yeah.
It's interesting that he's willing to die for this.
Sorry, I wish some of these stories had happier endings.
By the way, how does he know what happened inside of there anyways? Just wondering.
Your biosignature's barely registering. Sheppard!
I'm still here. Look, I'd help you up, but I'm
How long was I at?
all night. Look, you don't look so good. Maybe we should get you to the stasis chamber as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Here. Take the first crystal. I've loaded all the intel we got on Michael after your disappearance, including the address where we found Taylor.
You know, you never told me what happened to you.
I don't want to hear about that.
Why not? Obviously, you survived.
Only because I quit.
Quit what?
Atlantis, Stargate Command, the whole thing.
That doesn't sound like you.
Yeah. Well, we were under new management. I was down in the infirmary having suffered a, pretty serious injury.
It's a splinter.
Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Dr. Keller, Dr. McKay.
Mr. Woolsey, I understand you've managed to get yourself appointed our new commander.
That's right. I only wish it were under better circumstances. May I ask what's going on here?
We're organizing some medical supplies for one of our off-world refugee camps.
I see. Well, I'm going to have to ask you to stop.
I'm sorry?
The IOA is initiating a new policy. Immediate recall of all base personnel. From now on, we'll be focusing entirely on the defense of this city.
Wait a second. People are dying out there.
I know.
The idea of standing by and doing nothing while the rest of the galaxy was suffering was too much for Jennifer to take. The more I thought about it, the more I realized she was right.
You come here to try and convince me to stay, Rodney. You're wasting your time. I already made up my mind.
No, I'm here to tell you I'm leaving too. We had 3 weeks on the dead list with nothing else to think about but everything that had happened. Went over it 1,000 times, trying to imagine what we might have done differently. It was awful. At least we had each other. By the time we got back to Earth, well, we weren't just colleagues anymore.
You and Keller?
Why do you find that so surprising?
Just saying, if we start monkeying around with this timeline here, there's no guarantee it's going to turn out the same for you two.
That's what I'm counting on.
Why is that? You survived, you got the girl, it doesn't sound so bad.
No, at first it was great. I got a high-paying job with an aerospace engineering firm. Jennifer started her own practice. Things were just starting to come together. We should have known we wouldn't get off so easy.
Killing another doctor.
I'm sorry to say, but all her internal organs are failing.
We wound up back at Stargate Command less than a year after we'd left. Complications due to repeated exposure to the Hoffen drug. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I didn't know what to do. After everything we'd been through, to have this happen, it was too much. And that's when I had my idea. Okay, I've already worked out the basic plan. I mean, the details will be a bit more complicated. I'll probably have to create a whole new form of math just to do the calculations, but I know I can do it.
What's done is done. You can't change the past.
You can, I can, and I'm going to, even if it takes the rest of my life.
You think that's what I want?
Well, why not?
The year I spent in Atlantis, I saw more things that people even dream about in their lifetime. I don't have any regrets.
No, I do. A whole boatload of them. I want to do something about it.
No. Just promise me that you're not going to waste the rest of your life chasing after something that's already gone.
But I couldn't let it go. She died 3 days later. Jeannie came by every once in a while to check up on me. When she realized she wasn't going to be able to convince me to stop, she decided to pitch in and help me with the calculations. Obviously nothing. I did that yesterday. Look.
Oh, you did not.
Look, this is what I'm thinking. But eventually, even she got fed up. I never wavered. Years went by. 25 years, to be exact. And suddenly I had it.
Just like a really old-looking phone there.
Only one problem. I needed to get back to Atlantis. I didn't have a lot of friends at Stargate Command, but I only needed one.
Dr. McKay, good to see you.
Is it Lauren.
There's just no way I'd ever be able to get this authorized.
Well, then don't. You have to tell them what it is. It's a research project. Tell them whatever the hell you want.
Rodney, you're talking about altering the timeline here. Changing history, changing everything. Do you really think that either of us has the right to make that call?
Let's cut to the chase. You saw what happened in Pegasus. You know what's happening here. You really think this is the way it's supposed to be? Maybe he felt sorry for me. Maybe he figured it wasn't going to work anyway, but he let me through. The rest, you know.
So I've had a tough day, but you've had a tough 25 years.
Okay. We're ready. Now, if this works, I'll be waiting right here when you come out.
Funny that they use this chamber 2 episodes in a row.
And if it doesn't work?
Well, you won't feel a thing. Basically, you just won't wake up.
Right. The past 25 years, you happen to notice who won the Super Bowl?
Oh, grade 9.
Stanley Cup? World Series?
I was never really much of a sports fan.
Right. I guess.
Good luck, John.
Unscheduled off-world activation.
Whoa.
John.
Colonel, it worked. Rodney, you're a genius.
Okay.
John, what happened?
How much time has gone by?
You've been missing for 12 days.
12 days, okay. She wouldn't have had her baby yet. Look, I know this sounds kind of weird, but we're on the clock.
John, what are you talking about?
I know where Taylor is.
And you have to admit, this is a pretty wild story, even for this place.
But that's my whole point. How could I make this up?
Sam, this happened to you. It's the opposite.
It's a solar flare capable of interfering with the wormhole from M4S 5H7 at exactly the moment that Lauren says he dialed.
Well, why didn't the gate's failsafe prevent the wormhole from locking?
Well, we've had a number of glitches since we last updated the operating system.
Oh, that's what you call a glitch, huh?
Yes, well, you should know that I'll be giving Zelenka a stern talking to.
Can we go now?
Look, I know you've already been debriefed about the future events, all the things we're hoping to avoid, but there's just one more thing I need to know.
What?
Do I still have hair?
No. Let's go!
You little shit stirrer. Maybe she's not here yet.
Rodney, got anything?
Hold on. Yeah, I got some kind of a data terminal. Let me see if I can power it up and hack in.
This is it. This is where they found her.
How do you know?
He described it to me.
Okay, we got something.
What is it?
Some twisted version of a maternity ward.
I think we're too early, though, but he's gonna bring her here to have the baby.
Hold on. I'm in. Jackpot.
What do you got?
I got everything. I got gate addresses. I've got subspace communication codes. I've even got his research into the hybrid. His history. No. What happened?
What's that?
Oh, no.
Doc.
It's a countdown.
Of course it is.
We gotta get out of here now!
Okay. Well, they're super dead. Hey, what's up, you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If
you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video.
Alrighty, well that was Stargate Atlantis Season 4, Episode 20. Very interesting decision for a season finale, because like most of it was kind of like not really a season finale. It was like maybe could have been penultimate episode, but like the end of the episode was very quick and rushed, I feel. I don't know. It was decent. It's just very strange that I've just experienced like 2 episodes of 2 separate shows that are very similar at the moment. Like the Person of Interest episode that I watched was basically what would have happened if, you know, Harold didn't come into these people's lives, and then like it like shows separate stories just like this one did. So yeah, that was very strange that that's happened to me twice in 1 week. But yeah, what did you guys think? Let me know. And just a reminder that we know Get Verse next week, but the next week after that we should be right back on schedule. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.